guys, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 24th. It is breakfast with the boys. We have myself, Jack Gotzel, Jay Guacamole, and Johnny Guazz here. He's having a beer. It's morning time. He doesn't care. He's an animal, guys. You love to see that. And we're going to get into that in a minute. We have a ton of stuff to talk about, but I want to let you guys know that breakfast with the boys is brought to you by Manscaped. Who is obviously the best in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels. That's right. They obsess over their technology development to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. We have an exclusive offer for you guys listening to Breakfast with the Boys. You get 20% off and free shipping with promo code TARPS off. All capitals, tarps off at manscaped.com, or in Canada, ca.manscaped.com. They hooked the boys up with an entire kit here, man. And it's absolutely unreal. Jay and Jack, I know you guys got yours, but I figured bang, you get like a nice little traveling kit. You get all the you get boxers, and there's like a ball deodorant and toner. It's next level, man. The technology in the 3.0, like it's smooth as hell. Jay, yep. How was it for you? Give us your experience. I did mine on Get the Puck Out. I said it might be 2021 outside, but I felt like my balls were in 2055. It was like my balls were in the future, man. They saw Marty McFly and Doc Brown there. They were talking about shit in 2055.
So for me, as the box says, your balls will thank you. My balls did thank me, and they thanked me a lot. So this baby made my balls smooth as butter. The best way I can describe this in my mind is after a nice little shave, get the smoothness going. I rub some of that ball deo on. How I can explain this is, when you open up a fresh can of tennis balls, that's kind of the feeling that I had myself as a person. That's the best way I can describe it in my own manner.
Man, I absolutely love that. Or like when you put on a brand new fresh pair of socks, never been worn, never been washed, right on. It's perfect, guys. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with code TARPS off at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com or ca.manscaped.com. Use promo code TARPS off. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job. Good morning, guys. Breakfast with the Boys is here. Obviously, we got Johnny Guazz here with us because right off the hop, there is a massive event going down. It is YouTube versus TikTok battle of the platforms presented by Social Gloves. We have Bryce Hall taking on Austin McBroom. We have Deji taking on Winnie Hacker. Dustin Duncan versus, I think, someone that the fans get to pick.
Danny Duncan.
Danny Duncan. I'm reading that. Sorry, I got my glasses on, still can't read. Taylor Holder taking on a mystery opponent. You got Dog versus Nate Wyatt. FaZe Jarvis versus Michael Lee, and Tanner Fox versus Nick Austin. Johnny, you're here. Bryce Hall's in the main event. Obviously, you and Bryce are like best friends. You guys are super close. You guys all roll together. Austin, when you look at the two guys, maybe on the poster, personally, I think Bryce looks tougher. I think that, I'm not trying to get in the middle of the beef or anything, but that Austin guy, you can kind of see it in his eyes. I think he might be a little soft, where I think Bryce, I think he can go there if he's got to. That's my vibe just from the poster. I would put my money on Bryce in this one. Do you feel the same way? I know you're his buddy, but you got to call it like it is.
I could be biased here, but I'm telling you, I'm advising everyone listening, if you're a betting man, I would put every cent, every dollar, everything you have. I would put my house on the line for a Bryce victory. Not even biased.
Yeah.
Like, look at the whole card. This is the least evenly matched up fight on the whole card. I mean, it's just clearly so obviously going to be Bryce winning. It's Austin. You've seen, maybe just from the poster, maybe you don't know. You can look at the promo pictures he posted. He's not prepared at all.
McBroom doesn't want that mixed smoke.
Love it.
mixed smoke.
It's gonna be a slaughterhouse that day, and it's tough because it is Austin's event that he's putting on, and I wish him the best. No hate there, but I would put literally everything I have on Bryce winning. He's just a natural born fighter. He was a states wrestler back in Maryland when he was a teenager. McBroom, I don't know if you guys knew this. He was actually a D1 basketball player.
Well, we all know what boxers and basketball players don't mix.
Yeah, I was about to
Jake
say.
Paul did to Nate Robinson.
he's a good few years removed from that cardio, and he clearly doesn't have the fighting skills. So I think it's all kind of a show for him, and we'll see what he's really about.
Too.
Johnny, are you willing to pick the round?
I would bet everything I have that it would be first or second round.
First or second round.
Bryce is going to end
and
it
I'm
early.
saying KO. It's not ending any other way.
Oh boy, I love to hear that smack off the top. So you take a look at the whole card. You take a look at Team TikTok. You take a look at Team YouTubers. You think the TikTok boys are going to get the better of the YouTubers overall, or how do you see this going? When I look at Deji versus Vinny Hacker, I think that says Vinny Hacker.
Vinny, yeah.
I don't know anything about Vinny, but I don't know, man. Deji kind of looks like he knows how to fight there. Hopefully he knows how to fight too. That looks like that's going to be a good one. Has Deji boxed before? I feel like I know his name.
He boxed Jake Paul.
Yeah, he lost to Jake Paul, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he lost to Jake Paul, but he actually, he gave him a far better fight than Nate Robinson did. That's for sure. So
his toughest opponent yet.
Is Vinny tough?
Including Ben Askren, by the way.
Yeah.
But
spicy
Vinny, he's tougher than
now.
he gives on. He's a good little fighter. He trained MMA for a good bit of his life.
Okay, good.
We'll see how it translates to the ring. I'm not too close with him, but I do think he has a good chance there. Deji obviously has the upper hand fighting, and
Deji's tough.
Actually fighting before is, I think that's probably the best fight on the card. Everything else I'd say is 100% TikTok. Easy wins down the board.
Yeah, you think they're gonna clean house. So who's putting on this fight? Like who's put this on? Is it Triller? I see presented by Social Gloves. Is this like a collab, or how does an event like this come together? How does this come together? But you said it's
Austin
Austin's
McBroom's
event, right?
Event. So it's Austin McBroom's event. So he kind of made Social Gloves, which is, as it sounds, social media and, putting on the gloves kind of mixed. So yeah, it's pretty much his event. He's working for that. And I think that's why he's, going so hard for Bryce, because he knows Bryce is going to sell tickets.
Absolutely, right? Of course,
I feel bad for him because he doesn't know what he got himself into, which is kind of funny, but
Okay, so you think he thought he was like, oh, I'll just get this TikTok guy because he's going to sell mad. He's going to get mad buys, thinking that he can go out there and smack him around. Meanwhile, he's like a state wrestling champion.
Yeah,
sometimes 100%. That's the way it happens, but that's cool that there's Social Gloves, like social media fights. Like, Jack and I had Sean Avery from the New York Rangers getting after us on a situation, and he called me an asshole and shit. And I say all the time, I'd like to get that guy into the ring and get a fucking piece of him. I hate that guy. So Social Gloves, how's it going? We'll see how that fight goes.
I'll shoot him a text for you.
Yeah, tell him I'm looking for Sean Avery. I need like 6 months to get in shape though. I'm super out of shape right now. This pandemic has been terrible. If my pandemic had a sponsor, it would be Doritos 110%. But I wanted to talk to you guys as well about David Dobrik. What has happened there? It's a bit out of my realm. We got Jay Guacamole, we got Johnny Guazz here. You guys are more, I would say, plugged into this stuff. So I'm going to again defer to the guys here and see what we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's pretty fucked up, everything that happened. David Dobrik, how long do you think he's been the top YouTuber?
In years.
Since 2017.
So, yeah, 2017, and he rose so fast, just making 4-minute and 20-second clips, weekly or whatever it was. But all in the matter of a month, 2 months, David Dobrik is all of a sudden canceled. He has past friends coming after him saying that they didn't consent to certain bits. He has past friends getting accused for, sexual allegations. I don't know if I can say it on the pod.
Yeah, say whatever.
Yeah, all right, so rape. So he's a friend getting accused for rape, and it's coming back to David because they're saying that
Jesus.
he was there and he gave the girls alcohol to loosen him up.
Oh
It's
boy.
all fucked up, and all because of it, he lost 100,000 subscribers. He lost several sponsors, including Chipotle, Bumble, and SeatGeek, which were the main sponsors that helped him give away Teslas and give away cars and give away X, Y, and Z for all his videos. And one of the more recent fucked up things is the app he helped create, Dispro, which
Dispo.
Dispo, you can probably explain it better than I could.
It's basically Instagram, except you can't post pictures that like from your camera roll. You have to post it like on the spot. So it's like a disposable camera. So it takes a day to generate and develop whatever. And then basically it's like Instagram. You have your normal feed, whatever. You just post pictures in the moment. You don't edit them. You don't care what they look like. It's just it's more like a lifestyle Instagram instead of like a.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know
Like a
quite a
regular
few
thing.
girls that wouldn't want to be on that Instagram.
Yeah.
Not trying to get myself in any more trouble this week. I already got canceled by the hockey media, but I've seen some of those filters out there, ladies. Don't think I can't see that. So that's a pretty cool app. But
he created that app, and now he had to step down from it. He stepped down from the board. He apparently accusations came out that he stole the idea from an acquaintance of his, and he never gave the right credit to him. And then today he released an apology video, just explaining that everything that's happening, and he's not, holding himself liable. He's saying it all happened, so he's taking that. But he said he's stepping away from all social media for a little bit, just to clear his mind and kind of get things straight. But it's all fucked up because he had friends that came out and issued statements. He did delete vlogs. He did delete some podcasts with certain things. I don't know if that was to cover stuff up, or I don't know if that was to more just get rid of it. In the girls' defense. But before all that, I love David Dobrik. He was John. You've actually met him.
I have met him, yeah.
But
Yeah. No,
it's tough when you hear stuff like that, right? Because it's like, especially you've met the guy, but like certainly you don't know like him, like the way you know Jack or your brother.
Yeah.
And it's like to think that someone could be like involved in some of that shit. It's like it's pretty crazy. But like you also want to hope that everybody's innocent until they're proven guilty too, right? Like it's that fine line.
It's different on with the whole cancel culture and everything like that. It's more you're guilty until proven innocent.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
100%.
Which is crazy. But I feel for the guy as far as in his apology video. One thing that really stuck to me is like he said, it's hard to think of like a childhood friend as someone like that, because he grew up with the guy being accused of it, Dirty Dom. He grew up with him, like they're childhood friends. It's not like someone he picked off a vine, as
That's his Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were best friends growing up. He moved him out to LA. He gave Dirty Dom a platform, and I feel for that as far as, I've known plenty of people that I grew up, being great friends with that turned out to be shitty people.
It happens, man.
It does happen, and it sucks that, David put him on his platform and really gave him that. So I really feel for him there. Also, just the whole kind of way he went about his apology video the first time kind of sucked, and this time I think he really righted it. But at the same time, it's cancel culture. You're never really happy with what someone puts out.
Yeah, and it's like that's the thing. It's like they're never happy when you apologize, and that's why like with what we do in sports, the hockey people, like they just can't stand it. Your brother could tell you something happened last week. I said something, and like there's no point in apologizing because they'll just never accept it. Like they're never ever going to accept
no way
it.
to do it. No right way to do it. So I mean that sucks. I think what he did was, in that moment was wrong, and I think he didn't intend it to be that way, but that's a different kind of battle. And I think he's owning up to it, and I think he needs the time to, really think about it, reflect on it. But if he's going about it the right way, which it looks like he is, there's no reason that people should be holding it against him. I think he has to personally kind of approach the people he hurt or whatever. But, other than that, it's just a really sensitive topic, and it's tough, and it's hard to speak for people. You never want to speak for anyone, especially in such a serious kind of situation. But I'm friends with, even going back to the his friend who kind of said the bits weren't consensual or whatever. I'm friends with him as well. He's doing a lot for us as well, and like I know he's a good guy, and I know like he doesn't have a bad heart. So it's really hard to kind of put yourself in that kind of situation. But I really hope the best for everyone involved, and I think that he was kind of the one guy that everyone thought couldn't be canceled, which is kind of crazy. So I really hope he gets out of it okay, and he makes the whole situation right, and everyone can come out of it, at least better than before. It doesn't have to be good, but better than before,
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. And, you just hope everything turns out that way. There's a similar situation, and not that it's to the severity, because this is much worse, but you guys have seen what's going on with Deshaun Watson in the NFL. He comes out this off season and asks the Houston Texans, doesn't ask, actually demands that he be traded. He's done with it. They got rid of Hopkins, was terrible. They've made just bad trades with the Dolphins, fleeced them for their tackle, their Tunsil, and he wants out. And then all of a sudden an accuser comes out and a lawyer comes forward, Buzzkey, and he's a famous lawyer. And he says, like, we have 6 women willing to come out and say that like Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted them. And then, now we're up to what, like 20 women,
18, I think
18 women. And listen, the crazy thing is, and kind of to a lesser extent, what you said, like the situation we were talking about before, that guy can come back from that. But this Deshaun Watson stuff, guys, like when you look at it, like either he's like a Bill Cosby type, or this is the worst character assassination attempt in the history of time. And like you had just said, Johnny, you never know with these cancel culture people, because they'll just go to no ends to be right. But you also want to make sure you're not taking away from the victim too. It's a really hard situation to be put in. But like, what do you guys all kind of think on what's going on with Deshaun right now? I mean, first off, if you make $40 million a season, you should have like a masseuse hired on staff. You shouldn't be putting yourself in one-on-one situations with girls from Instagram.
No.
That's a no off the hop. If I'm his agent, I'm breaking stuff about that. But how do you guys feel about that? Jack, we'll throw it to you and then we'll kick it to the boys.
Yeah, it's just hard to imagine, because like Deshaun Watson, you've seen him when he's come up through Clemson. He like got his house from, I think it was like Habitat or for Humanity or something like that. And he's done so much to give back for that charity. He's always in the limelight doing charity, as one of like the best people in the entire National Football League in that sense. And he just seems like such a nice guy, but like you never know. And I don't want to lean one way or the other. I mean, I want to see all the facts come out before I make my judgment, but it's just incredibly tough to believe that Deshaun Watson could be a monster possibly. But I'm not going to go out and say that that's for sure until we really see the facts come out about this. But it's just such a shitty situation, because either way, you feel for Deshaun Watson if it's not true. And then on the other hand, it's awful if that is true. So it's a lose-lose situation. However this situation ends, it's going to be horrible, because either it's a terrible character assassination, like you said, or Deshaun Watson's a terrible person. There's no way that we come out of this, and it's for the better.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. My first reaction is, holy shit, because it started off so slow, and it started off thinking that Deshaun Watson was going to get off. But, will he ever play in the NFL again with this many accusations? I mean, if Antonio Brown can come back, you never know. Really, he probably will. But that's my first reaction, is I don't know. And then I heard like conspiracy theories or rumors saying that the Texans paid off a woman, and that's why it wasn't brought to light so quick. So, that's fucked up too.
Well, the timing is suspicious.
Yeah.
Like, and it could be coincidence. It could be coincidence. That is possible. I don't want to discredit every single accusation that's come through. Should be thoroughly investigated and taken seriously.
Yeah.
But to tell me that the timing of this isn't strange, like,
it is. It reminds me of the Me Too movement.
Yeah, man. It's just like, listen, I never want to accuse anybody of lying and putting that on someone. But honestly, if this turned out to not be true, like there better be like the biggest investigation to make sure that like, people within the Texans or close to McNair or whoever owns the team weren't involved.
That team is just a complete shithole now.
Well, and like, dude, their GM has like yeah, Cesario has like, he has a history of not necessarily being like the best dude either, dude. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna hold my judgment, but like, sometimes like when the Aaron Hernandez shit happened, I remember like the
We don't
facts
speak
came
of
out.
that.
Oh yeah. And like you knew right away, like you were like, that motherfucker was killing people. Like, oh,
Yeah.
100%. Like you
Yeah.
just saw his demeanor when he came out in those cuffs. You were like, that is a dead man walking. And sure enough, he was. But Deshaun Watson, I hope not, man. I mean, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, in my opinion, on a terrible Houston team last year. I'm pretty sure he led the league in passing yards, which how with that team and that protection, you'd hate to see something like that. But you know what? If he did do it, he's got to pay for that, and justice needs to be served for the girls that he did assault, if he did. But I want to bring this back into the fighting realm here a little bit, boys, before we get out of that craziness there, which is that topic. But Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Mike Tyson says they're gonna fight. We all know what happened. Mike Tyson bit his ear off.
Yep.
And now there's talks of them doing one of those. I'm guessing it would be another exhibition, no knockout style match, like it was when he took on Roy. Was it Roy Jones Jr. he fought?
Yeah, it was Roy Jones.
Yeah, it
Jr.
was Roy Jones Jr. That was a fun night too. I enjoyed that night. That was a good card. But you know what? Anytime you can get Mike Tyson boxing, even if it's for charity in his 50s, or even if it's not serious and he can't be knocked out or whatever, it's a good time for me. Sign me up for it. Pass or sell on it. Do you guys like it or not? Jay, how do you feeling?
I'll go first. I'll give it to you after, but I like it. I think it's going to be fun. Obviously, see two legends get in the ring. It's never going to be a bad time. You might cringe at certain moments when it's round 2 and they're out of breath and they can't throw punches anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I read this right. Did I read that he declined originally a 25 million guaranteed fight, and now he's coming back to do it? I was reading reports on Twitter of that.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure,
So-
but I hope so, man. I like Mike Tyson. He's the perfect example of coming back from being like, like just because you've done bad things and you've been addicted to drugs and like shit's happening, like, man, he's like, he went to jail. Like he's a convicted, like, he has bad shit on his rap sheet, and he's a recovered guy though, and to be able to see him still being able to fight and make millions of dollars, like, God bless, man. There's redemption for everybody as long as you don't fucking kill somebody. So that's good to see, man. I like that.
But all in all, I'm sold. I'm going to watch it no matter what. I think most people will too.
Me too. Facts.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if it's for a good cause, yeah, why not?
Yeah, man.
I think he proved in the last fight, he's still got something left in the tank. May not be a lot, but it's still something. And,
Hell yeah, man.
Holyfield, that's like Red Sox Yankees at that point. It's something that's going to go down in history as probably one of, if not the best, probably boxing rivalry ever. So,
yeah, that was nuts.
You got to tune in, no matter how old, no matter what, what it's for, what it's about, regardless, you got to tune in.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm not completely selling. I'm not completely buying. It's like, okay,
Buying.
I like it, but like it's got to have a good card around it, because that's not going to just get me to pay money to go see them do an exhibition, because they're not trying to knock each other out. It does have that kind of feel of a bit of a fake fight. They are showing off their skills. It's a test to see who still has like the sharper boxing skills still, but they're not throwing power punches. So put some cards around it where we can see some people maybe get knocked out, maybe see some really high level tests with it. And then I'm completely buying it. As long as they surround it with a good card, I'm all in.
Like they did the first one, right?
Yeah,
Jake
picture
Paul
this.
on
First card, Mancuso versus Sean Avery.
there.
Yeah,
Right?
then I'm buying that.
I'm in. Do you tell Avery to show up? No, you know what? Avery isn't about that anymore. He's like the Dr. Phil on his podcast now. He loves talking about
he
in-depth
really
and
is.
feelings and modeling and that. We'll keep Sean Avery on the sidelines.
Doing all his makeup. He likes doing his makeup.
Well, can he even do makeup? Like, can he even move his face? It's just so plastic. It's just stuck there.
I don't know. You know who can't move their face? Kylie Jenner's makeup artist.
Oh my God,
boy.
poor Kylie Jenner.
What a transition.
But
Yeah, smooth. That was smooth by me.
that was incredible. Okay, so Kylie Jenner's in the news. She posts a GoFundMe page for a makeup artist of hers. He had a bad accident. It was a goal of $10,000, but she posts a GoFundMe, and people are like, Kylie Jenner.
There we go.
You
That's
got-
the first reaction.
Yeah, dude. So she posts the GoFundMe instead of putting up the money for the medical bills, right? So then she comes out and is like, "Oh, well, he's like only done my makeup a few times. He like doesn't work for me." And so she's like, "I donated $5,000." And she's like, and then I like wanted to implore my followers to do it if they
Do you
wanted
have
to.
a
And it's,
PR person? Like,
That's like us giving 10 cents or like whatever we have in our pockets.
dude, that's like me giving pocket lint out of my
Yeah.
or like boxer lint from beneath my balls. Like you might as well have just given her ball lint.
Wasn't her big thing like the youngest billionaire ever? Like that was like
Yes.
her big sell.
Yeah, she's also
And
the
you're telling me
cheapest
$10,000.
billionaire.
That's I can't do the math that quick, but like that's what
0.00001% of her wealth.
It's
if
literally
not
like-
more.
very, very low.
like you go to McDonald's to buy a burger. She could throw that out just like that.
You could buy the
It's even-
McDonald's.
It's
me
even less than
buying
that.
a dollar menu item from McDonald's would cost me more than it would for her to spend $10,000 on a makeup artist.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Is it's actually more of a disadvantage for you to buy the burger than her to
Like,
spend the 10
that's-
grand.
I mean,
Dude,
I
just
understand
like
like not wanting to give away your money, but if you're gonna use your platform like that, like which like is cool and all, but like if you're gonna use your platform and act like you don't have the money to just boom, snap and
yeah,
just
don't call yourself
it.
the youngest billionaire then.
yeah, like, that's not good.
Yeah.
What
At
a
the end of the
bird.
day, it's like, all right, still good for her for donating that amount of money, but I'm never getting shit anymore for donating $5. Or if I put $1 into the Christmas people that ring the bells outside of Walmart, no more
Yeah,
shit
they-
anymore.
Yeah, don't you give me the stink eye when I only put $1
Yeah.
in there. Kylie Jenner won't even give, she basically won't give this person half of a fucking nickel. So there you go. That's madness, man. Speaking of madness, boys, have you guys caught any of the March Madness tournament? It's been upset city. How about Oral Roberts? Shout out to, I love
I
how everyone
love
was just
Oral.
tweeting Oral. I love Oral. We
Yeah.
love Oral, man. Let's go Oral. Oral all the way. Can we
No.
just say Oral again?
Yeah.
Well, no. Alabama is going to win March
Al-
Madness.
Alabama looks good. I'll give you that.
They
look
do
awesome.
look good, actually.
dropping threes like crazy. They have an easier path now.
McLovin, blur that out.
They have Michigan, who can't win anything. Michigan's just a loser school. They lose more than anybody. It's almost like their football program likes losing. We have them in our path. We have UCLA. They haven't been relevant this decade. I mean, we just have a bunch of irrelevant schools now left in the tournament. I think Alabama's going to run it.
Of all freaking
wow.
places to still be in the tournament, Bama of all places.
I know, man. It's a school that just likes to win championships. I guess, whatever, man. It's been a crazy tournament so far. Been a ton of upsets. Everyone's bracket worldwide is fucked. But like, you know what? They don't call it March Madness for no reason. You guys been throwing any money or anything on the games?
I got a couple $20 tournaments. I'm in probably 3 or 4, and then I'm in my works one too. And I use the same exact bracket for every single one, like a damn idiot. And I'm probably in freaking 10th place in each one. I mean, I don't know how many picks I got wrong. Like I said, the number one heartbreaker was Oral, Ohio, coming down to OT, and I'm watching that at the end of my work shift, and I'm just throwing stuff. I mean, I'm not the biggest bettor, but when I do bet, I get really into it.
Oh yeah,
So,
me too.
handing my first L in the first couple hours of me submitting my brackets, I knew it was downhill from there.
Yeah, tough look for sure. Tough look for sure, guys. One more topic here before we let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day. Did you guys see, Jack? Remember when Twitter came out and it was like Bill Gates, Barack Obama, and everybody, and they were like, yo, we're raising money for charity. Give us all your Bitcoin. They caught that kid in Florida. He's just a teenager. He's like 18 years old, like fresh teenager, I'm pretty sure. And he gets 3 years in prison for that. Man, he
And
stole
3 years
million-
probation after that. He got a 6-year punishment.
Yeah,
for
6-year
hacking
sentence.
Bill
Bro.
Gates and Barack Obama's Twitters.
Yeah, dude, and getting like millions of dollars in Bitcoin within like legitimately like a couple
Hours.
100 seconds. Like no, like not even, man. Like it was like at a snap, man. As soon as it came out from their actual accounts, people that like love those people were just throwing a mad Bitcoin, dude. Just some kid from Florida.
What a genius. I mean, what a
Yeah, man.
fucking genius to do
Hey,
that.
Man, it was worth the risk. I mean, 6 years or 3 years in jail, 3 years, you got asked to go to the grocery store or whatever. That's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I think the most hardcore thing I ever did was I snuck into someone's AIM account and deleted their whole friends list back in like 2005, and that was when I
That's
was
some
a
hack.
Jack.
That's
was
some
that,
hack.
was that
That's
oh I know who that was. We did that together.
Yeah, the password was sports.
I don't think we ever told them that we did.
No, we never will. I will never say this.
Smart.
Yeah, they're about to watch this and be like, "Yo, what the fuck? I remember my friends list getting removed."
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, you guys just busted yourselves now. Welcome.
Right?
to the
I
jungle.
left him with SmartBot. He can only talk to SmartBot.
Bro, remember
If you know, you
SmartBot?
know.
Yeah,
You know.
MSN Messenger was great too.
Oh yeah, you don't know.
No, MSN Messenger was the shit. That was good stuff too. Anytime you had like, you would know if people were in a relationship because they would have like their girlfriend's name in a heart, and then if they broke up, they would take it out and you'd see it on MSN and it would just percolate. Man.
Breaking
like, everyone
news.
Would be like,
That
breaking
was
news.
the
on
first
schoolyard.
breaking news.
Yeah,
I did that
was the
so
first
much
breaking-
though, man.
Oh, me too, bro.
Little Jay
Yeah.
was such a baller flipping relationships.
You
Oh,
had
me
like
too, dude.
970 relationships just in elementary school.
Oh yeah, dated every girl in the class. That's how it's got to be, bro.
Yep,
You
never
gotta-
talked to him in person, strictly over AIM.
Oh yeah, was just their AIM sugar daddy, and that was it.
Yeah,
Instagram, yeah, it's the
yeah,
basically.
John on
Instagram.
Instagram now.
Yeah, John. What's it like? Okay, well, here's the last topic we're gonna get into actually, because it's fun.
No,
So
we don't
you're-
have to talk about it.
Yeah, sure we can. We're rolling with Bryce Hall and them, and he's got a girlfriend. He's in a wonderful relationship, but I'm sure with the
Not
notoriety comes.
anymore.
Oh, that ended. That ended.
Yeah, I mean it's released to the public now, so I can say that.
Oh, and it's
Not in a
about-
bad term. Everyone's still friends. Everyone, I love both of them.
Yeah. But like, it's not because of that stuff that was in the media, is it? Did that put a strain on shit? I'm guessing.
It was just a mutual decision. I mean, they can.
Okay.
I don't want to, put anything out there that's not already out there. So I'll just say,
no.
they're broken up and they're still friends. Everyone's still friends. Everyone still talks, but
Yeah, man. Whatever. It's all good.
officially broken up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, being in that lifestyle, do you get the DM slide quite a bit, or how do you? And if you do, how do you handle that? Is there like a filtration system, or?
I wouldn't say
they get phone screened by me,
and then
I push it through to John. Yeah.
no, absolutely not. No, I mean, people will slide in, but it all depends on what they say. Cause like, I never want to be portrayed as like the creepy friend who like hits up like, people who watch the videos or like people who listen to my music or whatever. So I never slide in anyone's DMs ever.
No,
That's
a
like
smart choice.
a rule of mine. I don't care how hot I think you are, like whatever. I refuse. But like some people will slide in my DMs. They'll be like, "Hey, you're hot," and I'm just like, off the bat, I'm like, "Okay, like, what's up? I'm Johnny."
Yeah. No, suck.
But like,
You're hot. Yeah, I live in California.
yeah, it was 90 today. It was pretty tough. But no, I mean, it really depends on who it is and what it is. I never want to like. Same thing. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings either. If I click their profile and I'm like, oh, not so much. But like, so I usually just reply to everyone the same, and I'll just be like, hey, just like that's all I'll say is like, hey, or like hi, and then where it goes from there is like, I think that's between me and them, but
Yeah. Hey, where it goes.
it
from
really
there,
depends.
where it
If
goes.
someone's really eager to hang out, then sure. But if someone's just kind of dancing around and it's like, hey, Snapchat me, what do you like to do? And I'm just kind of like, then whatever, depends.
It's too much
depends.
conversation.
Too much
you know?
work,
Yeah,
too much work.
This
much
is
work.
John also self-advertising himself right now, teaching girls how to hit him up.
Yeah, he
Tell
is
me I'm
single,
hot-
ladies.
No.
Tell him he's hot. Just tell
Yeah.
him he's hot in your ear.
Tarps off sports listeners. I'm sure there's a lot of single girls out there listening to me.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Please.
No, there's definitely some married ones though that like.
I've
got into one of
had
those
multiple
yesterday.
DMs from this podcast alone.
Oh, me too.
I had-
Yeah, it happens.
I'll tell you one story for the road. Yesterday, sitting at the airport, LAX completely shut down for no reason, like the bars and everything. So I go up to this bar. This guy cons me into buying 2 drinks at a time. He's like, "Yeah, if not, you'll have to like tip every time after that." I'm like, "True, good salesman. I'll take 2. 2 beers. It's like 10 a.m. I'm sitting there. I slam 2, go back up, get another 2, and you have to sit and like drink them in this area behind like glass kind of wall thing because there's no chairs. So I'm like, okay, have a couple beers, have another couple. Lady comes up to me. She's like, "Isn't this so stupid? How like we can't sit at the bar like a couple feet away, but we can stand right next to each other behind a glass wall?" And I was like, you know what? That is kind of stupid. Like logic doesn't really make sense there for me. I'm all for protecting the people. This logic makes no sense. So, I'm talking to her about it, whatever. And like, she starts saying like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like, from Boston originally, live in LA, home to visit family. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm from New York. I'll be back in LA in a couple weeks. We should get a drink at a real bar." And I'm sitting there. I'm pretty drunk at this point. It's like noon. I have another hour till my flight. I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? We should." She's like, "Can I get your number?" I'm like, "Of course." I give her my number. She walks away. I'm sitting there and I look around and I see like 4 different people staring at me, just like looking like I'm a weirdo. And I was like, did I just give some middle-aged woman my number?
Yeah, you did.
And I was sitting there. I was like, I really just did. And she was like, "Yep, I'll text you as soon as I'm back in LA." So in 2 weeks, apparently, I'm gonna get a text from a 50-year-old woman. I want to get a drink.
Nice.
No, I don't want to. But
No, you do. Do it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do it. Do it.
Johnny.
Maybe
She'll teach you quite a bit. I'm telling you, there's a lot of knowledge with the old Cougars. But
Maybe I'll go for the memories, but I don't know.
Yeah, you'll learn a thing or two.
Whoa! I don't want to do that early. No. That early on, take me out first, Show me a nice
He's gonna
time.
take
Then
you
we'll
out
talk about the
first.
finger.
She's offering to take you out first. Do it.
We'll see. We'll really see.
Well, here
Pass
we
it back
go.
to Jay.
We'll have to do a little update episode, guys. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Breakfast with the Boys. Hit subscribe, hit like, toss a comment. Johnny, Jay, Jack, boys, thanks for coming by. And we'll see the 2 of you guys next week. Johnny, anytime, buddy. Open invite. Great seeing you, bud.